The long wait has come to an end, because Heatblur's F-4E Phantom has arrived for DCS World. It is probably the most detailed aircraft in DCS to date and is the most anticipated release of this year. Hey guys, Emils here, and in this video we will be going briefly into the Phantom's history, what we get in DCS World, and finally getting into the cockpit myself. This video has chapters, so you can skip ahead to what interests you the most. Alright, let's get into it. The history of the F-4 goes all the way back to 1953, after McDonnell's loss in the Navy fighter competition. They chose not to rest in failure and investigated the state of the Navy's Air Force. This led to the development of the Demon, and finally the F-4. It was a naval aircraft at the start, but soon after both the Marines and Air Force put in orders for the F-4 Phantom. The first F-4E, however, got delivered in the drawdown of Rolling Thunder. The F-4E was still used late in the Cold War and is still in service today in multiple countries like Turkey and South Korea. This was a brief overview of its history, but I'm planning to do more of a deep dive soon, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Currently in DCS we have the DSCG variant, and later in early access we will also get the more advanced DMAS variant. Main features of Heatblur's F-4E Phantom are a highly detailed external model and highly detailed cockpit for the VSO and the pilot. New weapons models for some of the F-4 Phantom payloads, highly detailed and accurate pilot and VSO models, highly accurate F-4 pilot verified external flight model. Accurate aircraft system simulation featuring systems like the AFCS, oil and fuel systems, hydraulics, etc. Fully functional multi-crew that allows a 2-seat functionality in multiplayer, and in single player we have Jester 2.0. A simulated crew chief for a more immersive and complete startup, new in-cockpit manual, a cockpit marker feature, and a bombing calculator and tooltips. New and improved effects like advanced overwing vapors, a full set of tutorials and missions that will expand during early access. I didn't name everything, but as you can tell, this is a very detailed aircraft packed with new features. Alright, let's see what this aircraft is all about. So, I just loaded in for the first time into the F-4 Phantom. And just looking around, it really is beautiful. Oh, there's my helmet. Oh, that's cool. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to put that on some point. Oh, I think that's gonna be to put it on. Let's just check this out in details. Look at all that texturing. Absolutely amazing. Those are the throttles. Wheel brakes. If I press the pedal. Oh, okay, they're inverted, so I have to change that. All the buttons, gauges. Absolutely beautiful. But all the wear and tear. It's a very beautiful aircraft, actually. Very beautiful. Alright, let's jump into the back seat. Oh, there we are. Let's see how that looks. Oh, there's the helmet again. Mirrors. Oh my god. I can see myself. Oh, that is weird. Honestly, that I am not used to. I can see myself in the mirrors. That's very cool. Okay, I have a little hat on. Yes, anyway, let's check out the cockpit. Nice seats. Very beautiful seats. Oh, the wings. The cart. Let's check out the exterior as well. So here we are outside of the aircraft. And oh, look at that dude. Look at his beautiful mustache. That's gonna be me in a little while. There's the ladder. I guess I put on an AOQ-13 131 pod. The bombs. And the aircraft itself. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? Need to take a screenshot of this. There's the back. Oh my god. Oh, they're moving. Those are animated. That's cool. I don't think they'll get affected by wind speeds. But who knows? Maybe in the high wind they'll just be blowing everywhere. Oh, I want to test that now. Looks like they weren't lying. They weren't lying. It is very beautiful, and it is what they promised, a super highly detailed module. Alright, we are back in the cockpit. Now this is after I've flown the Phantom a couple of times. The previous reaction was genuine, my first reaction. But this is a little bit after I've learned some of the systems, so we can have a little bit fun in this mission. Alright, let's just get straight to the startup. So I want to include the startup in this video because the startup is amazing. So you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Alright, so let's put on our helmet first of all. That's already cool. And let's close our canopy. Let's contact our crew chief and get him to put in our cartridges. So I don't think we'll get a response from him, but let's just turn on our oxygen while he loads the cartridges, and let's set it to 100% oxygen because the cartridges release toxic fumes. Well, the plane releases toxic fumes on startup, so we don't want to inhale those fumes. That's why Jester also has his helmet on and his canopy is also closed. Alright, and let's just start. So let's get our right engine master switch on, right generator on, and let's hold our ignition switch. Push our right throttle forward, halfway, and then back. Okay, and start. Let's see, our RPM should be climbing. Looks like it's going to be good. Let's release the ignition switch. I think when electrical power will come on, we'll be able to start our left engine. Alright, while electrical power is on, let's start our left engine, left generator, and hold left ignition, push throttle forward, halfway back, keep holding the button, and start our left engine.
If you cycle Gen 2, I can start.
Negative. I'll let you know. And that's the first part I really like. The Jester is already preemptively asking me, should he start INS alignment? That's very cool in my opinion. I haven't flown the F-14, so I'm not sure if that's already a feature, but I think that's new with Jester 2.0. Alright, both of our engines are starting, and we can connect our throttles together now, because I have independent throttles. So we can put our IFF to normal, our radio to transmit receive ground, and transmit receive our TACAN.
If you're done with the generators, I can start the alignment.
Yes, Jester, you can.
Roger, got it.
And he's gonna ask us
do you want?
what alignment we want, and we want the BAF alignment because it's much faster.
Alignment, here we go.
Alright, so let's continue with our standby ADI. Let's uncage that. Let's turn on our radar altimeter. And let's set our minimum altitude. Oh, it's stuttering a little bit. And I think that's going to be 100. Alright, we can turn on our reticle into cage. Can turn down the brightness a little bit. Then we can reset our corp. I'm not sure when we have to do it, but I think it's fine if we do it now. And we can also turn on our anti-skid. Turn on our stabilization augmentation. I think that's what it's called. And can do a master caution reset. Did we turn on our anti-skid? We did turn on our anti-skid. Alright, now let's just wait for Jester to finish his alignment. I think I found our first glitch. Can you see that at the base of the stick? It disappears if I turn my head too much to the different angle. Yeah, that's interesting. Heatblur, take note. Next patch. That's saved from my previous flight. Look at that, my little drawing on my cockpit to mark our first flight. Alright, I think...
Alignment's done. Go primary sync now. We're ready to taxi.
Nice. Set this into primary. Yes, it found it. Alright, so let's contact the crew chief. And crew chief, wheel chocks, remove.
Roger. And the wheel chocks are out. You're all set, sir. Have a safe flight.
Thank you.
Disconnecting.
Yes, I got the thank you in. Alright, so let's start taxiing. Oh wait, did I turn on the radar? No, I did not. There we go. That's for Jester. Okay, so let's start taxiing here. Let's put in a little bit of throttle. There we go. We're rolling.
I'm feeling good about this one. Let's do it.
Nice. Oh, I love when there's someone else talking to me in the cockpit. So we are taking off from Hatay Airfield. We are rocking a Turkish livery today. Because Turkey is actually one of the countries that is still...
Alright, tell me. Just how low are we going today?
How low? Jester, we're not going low. Nah, we're not going low. And Turkey is one of the countries that still has active F-4E Phantoms. Of course, upgraded versions from the one we currently have in DCS. But it's still very awesome to see this old of an airframe still in action today. And there's many other country skins that come with the F-4 Phantom. I've looked through a lot of them and they're very pretty. I'll definitely be trying them out as I fly more missions with this aircraft. Alright, let's brake. And let's put our flaps down. If I did this while we were so connected to the crew chief, he would have told me flaps down, flaps in, flaps out, everything. So that's very nice. We could also check speed brakes with him and do all types of ground checks, which we skipped this time because we're in sort of a scramble and we just wanted to get this done faster. So let's start with the takeoff. We're holding brakes, putting the aircraft into mill power, and release brakes. I'm putting the aircraft in full afterburner.
80 knots. 100 knots.
Get this thing off the ground. And we're off the ground. Gear up.
Gears moving.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. Gear up.
Look at that. Look at the speed we're flying. We're flying pretty fast. Let's take it out of afterburner. Oh, it's amazing to look out of this aircraft. Honestly, it's brought some new life into my DCS addiction. It's a very, very fun and interesting aircraft to fly. it's not that hard even to get started in it. It's really the systems are not that hard to start up. Of course, the weapon systems are in their own way complicated because they are very analog. But all in all, the plane is very fun to fly, and not too difficult. But it has its challenges. Alright, let's get our weapon system set up. So we have bombs today, so no tail fusing. Let's set our weapon stations, master arm, DT, bombs. Quantity, let's drop 6 at a time. Let's put an interval of, let's do 0.10 so we have a, that's kind of big though. Let's do 0.8. So we have a bigger chance of hitting the target. I think we need to be flying more this way. We need to open up our bombing calculator. So we'll be dropping them in DT mode. This menu is also a little bit laggy, and we're going to be doing a dive angle of about 40, let's do 45 degrees. And drag coefficient of 1.1, let's tell Jester.
Got it.
And then we're good to go. So 1.1, I think 1.01 is quite usual for the Mark 82, so even if we would go into with a different angle, it shouldn't affect it much. Sorry if I'm jerking the controls around a little bit. Still working on my controls, honestly. I'm still working on the proper curves for this stick, all the button layouts. I'm actually surprised, since I've got downgraded back to my T16000. For this plane, it has enough buttons, and a lot of them are actually automatically already set when I plugged it in, so that's very cool from Heatblur, that we have automatic bindings to the flight control systems. And all the rest of the switches I can put on my throttle, which is also realistic to the actual plane, so that's very cool. So make sure our fusing's correct, master arm's on, everything else is also ready. Okay. So when we start our dive, it's not a surprise that something's missing. Wouldn't be the first time it would happen to me in a DCS aircraft. Look at all the electrical tape, just looks like the aircraft has been used for a while now. Even though it is my first flight, so I don't know who used it before me. Maybe they should add a clean version, so it's fresh off the production belt. But that would be unrealistic because these aircraft were used intensively during its time. Alright, diving in.
And captured.
Alright, let's hope that's true. I don't see the target. There we go. That's the target. We're right to the right of that. Alright. And bombs dropped. Dropped them quite fast, however, so let's hope they hit. Oh! Some good hits, some good hits. I think AAA is firing though. Yes, those are some nice hits. So we have 4 more bombs left. I'll set the quantity to the appropriate one. Oh, let's try to go in for another run. Alright, let's turn around. Pulling some G's here. We're flying in from this side. Let's climb up a little bit more. straight into the sun. And let's start our dive. We're going to be dropping it exactly in the same place. At least now we have a smoke target.
Captured.
Alright. Oh, there's explosions happening. Alright, let's drop it a little bit more this way. Oh, triple is firing. Let's pull up. Bombs dropped. Looks like we had some more hits. Oh, mountain. Oh, mountain. Whew. See, we need to pay attention to where we're flying. Alright, those are nice hits. And what's RTB? This might be a little bit of the early hype and excitement for the aircraft speaking, but man is it fun to fly. And the startup with the crew chief and Jester talking to you gets you immersed much more into the aircraft. The flight model feels amazing, but there are some performance issues, especially on the ground, which are likely due to the many simulations running at the same time. Hopefully they improve that. And also, I was not able to get a replay from the mission because I couldn't get past the startup, and the Jester UI popped up and never left. Hopefully they fix that too, because I wouldn't want to miss any shots with this gorgeous plane. We barely scratched the surface in this video, and I will definitely be flying it more and trying out as many features as I can. As I said earlier in the video, make sure to subscribe so you can join me on this discovery journey. Alright, that's it from me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Let's try to at least hit the runway.
100.
Now we're flying a little bit fast and landing a little late.
Gee, man, I always wanted to be a few inches shorter. Get a handle on it.
Oh shoot.